You know, I want to know who the pound for pound bitch be in the world of drag. And in light of what seems to be the upcoming fight between Tamisha Iman and Candy Muse in the next episode, let's do the top 10 fights. I rank the top 10 fights ever in RuPaul's Drag Race, you know what I'm saying. Also talking Drag Race, Candy Muse has fallen down my list after last episode's debacle, and also how good is UK Drag Race? Started watching it, I've caught up, very good. My current favourite, Veronica Green. Also, before we get going, make me a little bit famous now, you know what I'm saying, subscribing on me on Instagram, you know what I'm saying, right. Okay, number 10, and I actually love number 10, he is such a good number 10. It's not even like contestant versus contestant, it's literally Tammy versus judges and Ru. I tell you now, you don't f with RuPaul, you know what I'm saying, you don't f with RuPaul. Number 10 is Tammy versus RuPaul or the judges.
And I don't see you out there walking children in nature.
I never called you
You're not a loser. No.
So basically, Tammy were there thinking the two judges were calling her a loser. They weren't, they were just giving her some advice, you know what I mean? Seems to be getting a bit emotional, to which point Ru actually tries to back her up and says, you're not a loser, but Tammy just can't take the criticism at all, which results in Ru going ham. And I love that. Ru's technically saying, it's on you, it's you who's lost it, not us, it's your doing, bitch.
You forgot who you are! You forgot, Tammy!
To which it ends even funnier to, after Ru sworn a little bit, Tammy says, excuse yourself, which I just found so funny. Should have been higher up the list. I don't even know why I put it as number 10, should have been number 1. But I'm just saying, don't f RuPaul.
That's your responsibility.
Use your mouth.
Okay, number 9 is Sharon Needles versus Fifi O'Hara. Before I even get into this, how much does Sharon Needles look like Kaniki from Greece in this clip? Anyone know what I mean? It's like, I thought it was Kaniki.
I thought it was kind of sloppy just to...
Because I told you to do something that you're good at.
You know why I love this one? There's so much emotion bursting through the seams of this one. It's like shaking up a Coke bottle and opening it, even though you know what the consequences will be. Seems to start off with Sharon going at Fifi saying, why did you advise me to do my spooky look?
I picked out a character for you to sit there and do, and you did it great. You obviously won the goddamn challenge.
And Fifi's like, bitch, that's what you're best at. Why would I not advise that? And as a result of that response, Sharon just continues to push buttons. It's like she's wanting to push a button to get some kind of answer or some kind of conclusion that is never going to come. Other than a response of like, bitch, hold up. Hold the phone.
Sharon, you know what? You are not even on the same level as me, so get the f out of my face.
because...
Tensions rise, then Sharon calls her a tired ass showgirl, in which Fifi claps back, and I like it. I like that fire, I like that animalistic spirit of Fifi going, bitch, at least I am a showgirl, bitch.
Tired-ass showgirl.
Showgirl, at least I am a showgirl, bitch.
Take your ass back to Party City where you belong, bitch. And even at that point, I think you can see the mistake on Sharon's face, like, oh my god, overdone, bitch.
Go back to Party City where you belong.
Number 8 is Raven and Tatiana. Now this is a good one. This is a direct hit. This is a bullseye type of hit. This is straight to the point.
You're jealous. You're insecure.
Okay, so I think this was the reunion, and they played a clip of Raven about all the bad things she said about Tatiana throughout the season. And Raven doesn't seem to be scared of sharing her viewpoint, no matter how nasty it is or dark, or it's like she won't even say it behind people's backs, she'll say it to their faces as well. She's got an evil side to her, you know, mean. She's called Raven. After the clip's played, Tatiana claps back with such a good comment and such a direct comment. It's as good as like Call of Duty World at War headshot with an MP40 where it goes bing. That's how good it is. It's even got the finger points going on this.
Your outside is gorgeous, Raven, but your insides are dark and nasty, and I don't like you.
It's good, it's saucy. And you think it would have resonated a bit more with Raven, but she's still sat there looking like she's just smoked her 50th cigarette of the day, and she still ain't satisfied. Okay, number 7 is Derrick and Bob. Derrick and Bob, or Bob and Derrick, whichever way you want to go. Okay, so they're in the workroom, they're going back and forth, debating who has more shady, smarky little comments. Smarky, is that a word? You know what I mean?
But you'll do like side shitty comments and it's funny, but when I do side shitty comments, it's like, oh, right.
And Bob were pretty much saying, why is it fine for you to say them, but when I say them, it's such a big deal, even though you say them just as much, Derrick.
I don't see that I do that.
I can't wait till you do it again. It'll be like 5 minutes.
And guess what? Bob ain't playing. 5 minutes later, Derrick has to make a smarky comment, which was,
Hey, Bob, if I want to do ratchet drag next week, can you give me any tips?
which sounds pretty spicy. But then again, Bob's got a comeback, you know what I mean? And Bob goes,
If you want to do like memorable drag next week, I can give you some tips.
bitch.
No, they weren't to hurt. If I wanted to hurt you, you'd be crying right now, bitch.
Okay, number 6 is Alyssa and Coco. And there's one main reason that I actually like this argument. I could have put it as number 10, but as you know, I do love a good pronunciation of the word bitch. And Coco does a good one right here. So the whole argument starts with who had it worse with the Miss America thing, like Alyssa losing the crown, Coco having to reign the crown when it wasn't hers.
It was pure hell.
And then it was just like digs back and forth, then it would just pure digs.
Girl, look how orange you look, girl.
And for some reason then Alyssa goes, oh, I'm just joking, I'm just playing around.
It's Coco, you're taking it personal. I'm joking. Oh, no.
I don't get why she said she's joking, because it wasn't a joke, this were a serious conversation. And I love the way Coco replied. After all this conversation that was not a joke, and Alyssa then saying it were a joke, Coco then replies with,
I'm not joking, bitch.
and that bitch was just such a high caliber bitch that, I'm sorry, that takes number 6. Okay, number 5, Alyssa Edwards makes a list again, the sassy Sosa. And this is kind of another loss for Alyssa Edwards in this argument. This one I even feel like she deserved. She was just being so nasty.
You're a phony amateur
To you,
girl.
because you're a mean girl.
Amateur. Girl, you're a joke.
And it was in this little stuff that I brought about a face for the ages, a turn for the ages, a meme perhaps. So Jade collapsed back at the heart and starts talking about shoulders and hips not lining up right and don't look right, she's got body's not right. But then she goes, when you're out there you had all these back rolls going on and like that.
Girl, you had rolls all over the place in the back. It was disgusting.
Which is a comment which will make Alyssa watch her back. Literally every single time she walks out on the runway. It's not even like it were a technical comment or like a well-researched comment. It was just something that anybody would be offended by and feel a bit awkward about, but everybody would giggle about it, you know what I mean? So quite a good clap back, Jade. Well done, nice one, Jade. Okay, number 4 is Leganja being attacked, literally attacked. AKA Leganja versus everybody. Now, I haven't watched season 6, I've just started watching season 6. Season 6, UK, season 2, and the current season, the US, is what I'm watching. From what I've checked out, everybody's saying that Leganja had a fake personality in season 6. Is this true? Is this true? You tell me.
I believe that you've come into this competition with an act.
And she starts saying like, but when I'm with my friends I say things like, hey mama. To which Adore Delano, which I think they are good friends in real life or were good friends, she's like, but when the cameras ain't here you don't talk like that, bitch. You don't talk like that. I don't even know who you are on this show. You're putting on a personality and all this shit, bitch.
When I'm with my best friends, I say yes, mama.
And it just goes on and on to the point where it feels like everybody's just throwing in their opinions against her and she's like, to the point she feels attacked. And she has to storm out the room.
Anja, I didn't want to make it that everybody was attacking you. Yeah, I feel very attacked.
It was such a mob mentality, that's why it makes number 4. Number 3 is everybody, again, versus Mimi. I think this one all started over a nightclub and the tenancy of the nightclub and who lived there and who didn't and who owned it type of carry on. And one of the top points in this for me is the amount of hand gestures. The hand gestures once again that go on during this conversation between everybody. There's plenty of...
No. Shh. I listen to you, and now you're gonna listen to me for 1 hot minute.
Mimi starts going at it, Alexa starts talking, she's like, stop talking, blah, blah. And then Alexa's like, okay, you go make a fool of yourself, girl. And everyone's like, oh, even Raven joins in. I don't know why I find it so funny when Raven goes. It's like something off of the most dramatic TV series ever made.
Nothing to do with anything that's happened here.
Well, guess what, Mimi? We did.
It's just so dramatic and it just gets me. Oh yeah. And also the random comment from Tammy Brown clapping back.
Oh, well, come on, Teletubby. Teleport us to Mars.
Strange one. Okay, number 2 is Mystique and Morgan Michaels. This is the only one that looked like it were going to end in actual violence out of any of them. Like, that close. I thought someone were going to start throwing hands.
I don't start drama, I end it.
It's just a whole conversation over you not respecting people, you speak out, you're a bitch, blah blah.
You're so rude and disrespectful, you have no manner.
There's a bit where Morgan Michaels turns around and you think the wig's going to get snatched. You think the wig's actually going to get snatched. I panicked, but it didn't happen. I believe that everybody loves it for the pure comment of when Mystique just riles up this anger and she's like, you know, I need to pull some out of the bag here, so I'm going to pull this out.
I will whoop your ass. Bitch, I am from Chicago.
I'll whoop your ass, bitch. I'm from Chicago, bitch. As soon as she pulled that out of the bag, you know, everybody just felt like a bitch. Everybody was like, you thought at that point, it was gonna be throwdown time, it was gonna be haymaker time. But Mystique actually walked off and said, I'm gonna cool down. So respect to Mystique. Even though, supposedly she's the one who caused it all in a way, she walked it off and cooled it off and she stopped it, you know what I mean? So, well done. Okay, number one. Number one comes from the best reply out of all 10. I know there's been some good replies, but this reply was just high caliber. So it's Mimi and Shangela, where Mimi actually looks like a Karen type person.
Your fishnets are ripped all over the place.
They were on the runway, girl.
So this one basically begins with like an argument over who looks best in this futuristic drag. And they're all throwing shade, throwing comments, and Shangela goes pretty hard into Mimi.
Yours was thrown together. Those eyes just glued onto that costume.
But Mimi just claps back with, it's a comment that would have been so good if it were true, and maybe it is true, we don't know, but it looks like it wasn't true.
Ooh, just because you got a sugar daddy who pays for everything for you. Oh.
In which lights a fire up in Shangela's ass, which brings back the response of the century. A sickening response, you may say.
I wanted a sugar daddy, yes, I probably could go out and get one because I am what? Sickening.
You ain't that type of girl, Mimi. You can't get that ass.
You could never have a sugar daddy because you are not that kind of girl.
Then even on the exact word bitch, she throws the water, or the vodka and lemonade, and vodka and tonic with the lime. With the lime, even the lime takes flight. The spilling of the liquor is such a signature memorable moment to me. You see it in such high class drama shows. Water over the face, champagne over the face. It's such a, it ends the conversation. It ends the conversation, and it did. And it ends my list. That's my number one. I thought it was brilliant, fantastic. It were a top bitch moment. Do you agree with my list? You know what I mean? Would you have changed anything? What's next? Also, there'll be some random things coming up on the channel. Some of my own stuff. Maybe I'll try and live like RuPaul for a day, you know what I mean? I'm just a hint in the teaser if you're still watching. As I usually do, I mess around at the end of videos. What are you having for tea tonight? Or dinner, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to have some mashed potatoes and some other things with it. What are you saying? Talk to me. I'll be looking at the comments. Ciao, ciao.